The tree hath spoken. But then I woke up from the illusion and I realized trees can't talk. Good evening, everybody. Hell's Unicorn here once again. And so, as I stated previously, the results are in. The game is finished. It's all over. There is no need to fit or fuss anymore, because Mitt Romney is now the nominee of the GOP for the presidential run in 2012, and we all need to get behind him. Yeah, and my ass is a banjo. I don't believe for a second, and I don't think anybody else here who's watching me believes this at all, because we're more informed. Sadly, however, most of the country is not, and so regardless to whether or not this is a lie, enough people will believe it, so essentially a lie will become the truth insofar as the mainstream is concerned. But need I go any further and explain to all of you that the mainstream is also in serious trouble? When you strike at the root of a problem, it takes a little while for the effects to catch up with the flowering state of tyranny, as it were. And we have done some major damage already if you look specifically at the state Republican parties in these various states that we have picked up majorities in. Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri, Colorado, Nevada. I mean, we are cleaning house, and we will continue to clean house so long as we stay motivated. Bill Clinton was once quoted as stating that all politics is local. And I've said this myself a couple times also, and that is where the fight is ultimately won. If you wish to win the struggle for the future of this country, then you have to start no further than your own neighborhood, your own municipality, your own voting precinct, your own county. That's where it all starts. And as you can see, even in states where we have not outright taken over the entire state party, we have gained seats. And that will count for something down the road, let me tell you. This was always going to be a cloak and dagger battle for delegates. That was as certain from the very beginning in January when the first precinct results were being announced. Now, I know there's going to be people saying that the Diebold machines are rigged, and whether the machines are rigged or not is not really important, primarily because regardless to whether or not they are, it is not the popular vote that counts, except insofar as the perception of the blinded masses go. And let's be honest here for a second, the masses don't really decide anything in this country anyway. They're disinterested. The only thing that they provide to the actual ebb and flow of this country's various actions is they go along with it. They don't speak out against it. They don't get in the way of it. Mass conformity has basically brought us to a state where a couple percentage points of the actual population of this country makes all the real decisions and carries out those decisions. The United States military is not a huge chunk of the total population, but it's enough people that it can enforce the will of a very small minority. And even amongst the military, many people are waking up, they are talking to others, and I don't think that the same nonsense that's been going on for the past 10 years is going to continue, at least not for much longer. They will have a harder time getting willing recruits to fight this up-and-coming war in Iran that they hope to push on us. That will happen, of course, if we do not prevail and gain hold of the presidency. Be this as it may, you lose one battle, you regroup, and you live to fight another day. And that's what we all need to do insofar as this continued campaign goes. There are more delegates to be selected. That is what all of you should be focused on. The delegates that are going to be selected in the up-and-coming state conventions, and there's going to be a whole mess of them this coming week. So that is what you want to watch. Don't pay any attention to the mainstream media. Don't pay any attention to any of the newspapers tied in with them or the websites. None of that crap. That stuff doesn't matter. That's for the idiots. We're not the idiots. We're the smart people. And the smart people go right to the source. They're not content with questionable secondary sources. Until next time, with prudence to myself and benevolence to all of you, good evening.